I'm always just really grateful that I'm able to play in these big arenas with such big crowds. It makes losing suck so much more, and it makes winning feels just so much better.
TSM by tooth and nail, but once again, NA LCS champions.
Maybe I will get pressure by their like cheering TSM, but I still believe like IMT fans will be there, and then they will cheer for us.
It's kind of unpredictable, like if you'll be able to handle that pressure, if you're going to let it break you, make you really nervous, make you make mistakes, or if you're going to be able to withstand that.
Oh, he gets alive! He's going to be able to take down BEAUZ! One last shot and BEAUZ lives!
I think before, the pressure in the finals was, oh, am I going to choke on the big stage? But now the pressure is more that the opponent's actually good. I need to make sure that we play at a level that's better than Immortals.
They get the stun. Bifrost in there as he gets the exhaust down. Trying to start the artillery's enough. And TSM will make their 10th consecutive final.
I want to be a feared team and a respected team, and the only way my team will be that is if we're number 1.
Over this red buff. Svenskeren a little bit unawares, hasn't started on red, and Xmithie has no reason to know he's here, but he does find him.
Finds him for the damage output. A couple more autos to get the stun. He's got that. Won't quite get the passive, but does force Sven out of the jungle. He needs auto smite once the sun comes in. You can see he's timing it as well.
Gold from the Krugs and the Raptors. So Xmithie trying to make the most of having pushing mid lane against Zach.
Body Slam comes in, they get the dunk, and they get the first blood as well. Look at that. Xmithie getting the kill to Flame in the top lane.
Svenskeren's here for a counter gank, potentially.
Down, gets an Arctic Assault in and force them away for this one. Bjergsen pretty okay as well, and still going to start on these Raptors, but be careful. You've got a Xmithie coming for you.
Xmithie with the casual 2v1 while the rest of his team cleans up the minions in mid lane.
Xmithie's going to get most of the gold of this camp. No, Sven just walks in and attacks him a few times. Batters still an equal gold game right now, and Sven waiting in the wings. He's going to find Flame. Nice little juke in the auto attack. Means not a lot of follow through. Gets rid of the passive, and here comes Corki! And he gets pushed right back in though with the let's bounce, pulls him to the turret, stays alive. Xmithie now part of the fray. But be careful. DPF, you can't kill him.
Towards the turret, but there were minions there already.
Hanser flash! Oh, they got him in turret range! Absolute perfection out of Hanser! That was so immaculate! The train kill comes in, but watch out, the CC's coming across. And it's more kills coming up. The ulti in doesn't really matter. A 3-for-1 advantage. TSM, they completely crushed that fight under the turret.
Much like in Game 1, it's Immortals trying to walk into TSM, and TSM being ready for it. So Svenskeren misses the initial skill shot, but then as the package comes in, times the ultimate just right, grabbing both of them into turret range, flashing afterwards to buy time for Bjergsen's arrival. Immortals is confident because they have Ole coming up the river, but the flash stun from Hanser, huge.
Then Ole comes in as well, arrives on the top bench, but it doesn't matter. Bjergsen is here, nice AoE combo there, and Ole arrives just to die.
And
Svenskeren goes for that dive in between the two turrets.
Flame still wants to battle up against Hanser in this one. Gonna see what kind of damage he can deal, because now Xmithie's in the fray. He's gonna start stacking up the possible stuns. The flash to chase with the W, they're gonna get the damage output. The stun gonna break as well. And despite the ulti pop, he's got no way out. I believe the ulti even popped for Xmithie.
He who makes the first move in those situations can be punished. There goes Sven.
Blocks off the Valkyrie, but doesn't land the knockback just yet. Looks for the next play though, pulls an Xmithie. Here comes the big trade in towards BEAUZ. But of course, flash out. The stun's gonna land though. They're gonna land it all together. The TP is up though. They can buy some time. Do they use it? Yes, they do. Teleports come in from both actually. And they're gonna see what happens to the bot lane now as he chops up one but can't get the kill. The trade on the Zac in the mid lane did come through, but at the end of the day, it's TSM again. But they've still gotta use that gold at some point. They haven't backed in a while. A bit of a stun and a Bifrost, so the chase continuing for Xmithie. No ulti quite yet available. The slows are landing. They might get in the flash force. The dunk, though, still gonna come through from downtown. Flame takes him out.
There, got a couple minutes.
Some miscommunication by TSM, only needed one of those teleports to channel, and then as Immortals was trying to join,
they're gonna catch him again. Hot out in the top river. Zach.
It's such an interesting race here because Immortals are playing to their comp.
There's the flash out. BEAUZ has the ulti up in a couple seconds, and he's going to be safe for that one. But still,
The plays start for Immortals, and Svenskeren is way off counter jumping when this play actually starts. It's the Abyssal Voyage that cuts him off. Cody Sun and Ole fly in. It changes Svenskeren's direction. It gives enough time for Pobelter to get close. Ole then flashes for the slow in.
But he'll just have to settle for chicken.
that's two straight defensive ultis out of him, and nice smite by Xmithie grabs the big chicken. This might be back up before too terribly long. They just can't rush Baron just yet. Looks to be engaged though. Actually, Sven wants in. Gets a bit of damage, knocks them together. Here comes the charm, the knockup as well. The rest of the team gonna join in. TP coming in just now for Flame. Do they have the damage over the big storm? Gonna rage on, do plenty of damage. Sven right back into the mix yet again. Finally, the storm knocked out, and now into Bloblets. Haunts are already part of the mix, and the front line taking plenty of damage. Gonna knock him down. Yes, one kill on a Sven, and then dunk into the back line. They get a double kill out for Pobelter. Looking for a second championship, but a knock up there. The re-engage for Haunts. Looks for the stun, does pick up Ole. Running away, but he's gonna still lose his life, and now Wildfrost's gonna fall. 4-1 advantage Immortals.
And they get 4 kills plus the Baron.
They know there's no threat. Double him doing the best he can with his time to push down mid. He does actually manage to knock down mid.
Paid off for Immortals in a big way.
I think he had just barely by the time that fight came through. His Hurricane gave him 4,000 damage on this one, but now the re-engage coming across, gonna find a couple of knockups. Looking to knock down Ole, gets the shield up in time and stays alive. The charm running back to the back line, and nothing with the left bounce either. The fight has continued as Pobelter wants to chase in towards this Zach at half HP. Gonna push Svenskeren away, chases in towards double. The crit coming in for plenty of damage. Now BEAUZ joins the fight for a slow as well. Here comes Xmithie. Can they get the stun? Not quite just yet.
They've got another wave to push with.
They get a lot of damage on this one. Turret down to 2/3 so far. Who wants to engage with TSM? Pretty much nobody. As Baron timing out in a few seconds. But they finish the turret in time. The engage comes across. They found Corky. They've got him. The shutdown comes through into Pobelter. And it's now the fight. 5v4. Can they get more? Catapult comes across, but BEAUZ getting the kill on Cody's son. Only 3 left alive. Another knockup in for Bifrost. But it's Ole on the wings trying to buy some time. Now the disengage for the IMT tanks. The solo lane in the jungle trying to run away, and they will survive, but a 3-for-0 to TSM right as Baron falls off.
And it was Doublelift who snuck enough feathers behind Pobelter and Cody's son to get the root while they were greeting for that turret. Such a critical turn here as BEAUZ picked up a couple of kills, and they still want Xmithie.
Xmithie forced to ult to buy some time, still to flash it away, and then the Arctic Assault.
In the game with that fight, because of the power spikes that Immortals is going to be hitting. We'll get to that later. Watching this one more time, Doublelift, just a few autos, gets the root onto both the Corky and the Kog'Maw. Ole can only eat one. The Biofrost initiation comes in afterwards to get up the charm, and that is just over from that point.
Yeah, that is the dream scenario for the TSM teamfight squad.
Down the wings, can Ole stop him? He's not gonna go for it just yet. And they're gonna get the elastic slingshot to come out. He is gonna dive into this one. Here comes the team fight. Flame's gonna disengage. Nice knock him out of the back line. They pull in Ole. The counter goes to pull him right back in. Look at the damage of it. They've knocked down Biofrost. But the fight continues with Ole dropping out of health, but no, a double kill first. To the back line, trade it back. It's all the damage on a Hanser. Staying alive, but it's Cody's son still able to hit. And he's killed everybody on this one. Only 2 dead for Immortals.
Of the team fight, TSM were able to sneak through the feathers. See if they can do it again. Only a couple of shots left.
Well, that's the turret falling, so there's a lot less distance to cover. The first blade color already used. Now the inhibitor open, and normally a team will not defend when the turret's already gone, but they're gonna go for this one. Knock him out of Ole, let's bounce. Only pulls in the support though. He's gonna pop the shield, stays alive. A nice storm comes across. That's gonna be the first kill. And Hanser's dead. There's no backline threat anymore. As the second kill comes in, Rakan is gone. And Immortals with the double kill on Cody's son, looking to make it keep happening. And it's a knockup with the flash from Flame on a BEAUZ. 3 kills so far, and it's only the backline left, and he can't do much with it as the double actually came through for Flame. And Doublelift can now only watch as suddenly it's gonna be Immortals picking up the kills in the Nexus turrets. Looking to knock down the minions, 5v1. I'm not sure he can do this one. But this one to buy some time. What? Skill Flame, no blade call yet to be had though. And Pobelter looking to kill him, his ex-teammate from 2 teams ago under the turret. As the turrets fall, the Nexus now laid bare, and Immortals gonna tie up the series 1-1, hoping to be and gain that first championship.
We have ourselves a series here at the TV Garden. Immortals have arrived. That was such a strong performance by Xmithie, completely changing his goals from Game 1 to Game 2. Does get kills in the early game, but specifically finding the mid-game fights. They could not get good initiations onto TSM in Game 1. That changed in a big way here in Game 2.
The differences in front lines was huge in this game. Incredibly tanky Ole there with the Abyssal Voyage, able to make a lot of the picks in the mid game.